the table is Ann Donworth. She's the Director of Development and Marketing and Communication with the Lexington Public Library. And she's here to talk to us about Undesign the Red Line.
Yes.
Hey, welcome in, Ann.
Thanks for having me.
We are so glad to have you. I'm not gonna lie, the library is one of my fave places, so very excited to have you here. Now this exhibit, Undesign the Red Line, delves into the history of redlining. For folks who don't know, redlining is a discriminatory practice that systematically denied housing opportunities and financial support to Black and minority communities. Basically, banks, the city, and realtors work together to say we will not loan to Black and brown people in these neighborhoods, and we will not sell houses to Black and brown people in these neighborhoods. And this went on for years and years and years and years. So tell us a little bit about the exhibit.
Yeah, so it actually was also sanctioned by the federal government.
Yes, it was.
The federal government wouldn't insure the banks or the mortgages in certain areas.
Wow.
So it obviously led to a lot of disinvestment. It meant that people couldn't buy their homes. They couldn't build that equity that they then used to, educate their kids, pay for college. It also meant, from the public side of things, property taxes weren't as high because the properties weren't as valuable. So it led to a lot of disinvestment in schools, parks, neighborhoods, streets, sidewalks, libraries, all of these other things that come along with homeownership. Were hurt for members of the Black and brown community. And it's something that, even though the practice itself has been outlawed, it was outlawed in 1968, I think, it still has impacts today.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's a trickle effect on everything. Redlining is something that people don't think about happening in their neighborhood. So what do you think the impact is going to be on the redlining exhibit, like within our community itself?
For us, our hope is that people better understand why. We look back at some of the local maps. It was areas, it's the north side of town, East End, areas where we see a lot of gentrification and issues happening now. Kind of understands why and how we got to this point, and also why some members of the Black community are so hurt. They were systemically kept out of economic benefit of homeownership, and so hopefully our hope is that people will understand better and have a little bit more empathy and be able to come to a solution.
Yeah, absolutely.
So will the exhibit offer modern day solutions for redlining?
It's really designed to foster conversation. So I like to say we are not making a policy recommendation from the library. We want people to have that information. We hope that we can foster some discussion. And ultimately, there are people in City Hall and other areas that can make some change, but ultimately it's about being good neighbors.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are some other events that are tied in with Undesign?
So there are going to be a whole lot of different series. We're actually hosting a community reads now, which means we're inviting everybody to come in and read the same book together. It's Richard Rothstein's The Color of Law, which talks about redlining history. We are doing a series of moderated discussions. It's a dense book. You don't have to read it all at once. But we're also doing things like workshopping for first-time home buyers, helping people understand how they might be able to get assistance doing that. A whole series of different things that go on.
It's such a complicated process. It really, really is.
This is why the library is one of my favorite places, because you guys are tackling an issue that not only is historically important, but it's contemporarily important, because Lexington is redrawing its urban service boundary right now. And there are so many racialized issues, so many issues related to redlining that even affect our current geography and our current urban service boundary. So I love that you all are educating the public historically so that they understand what's going on now, because we don't have the city we have right now by accident.
Well, and to love Lexington is really to try to understand our history, too. And this is such a large part of our history, and we need to move forward and make significant steps forward to make our city even better.
Yes,
absolutely. So for folks who want to read the book, Color of Law, which is a good one, go see the exhibit, or just hang out at the library because it's cool. What should they do? Where can they go?
Well, they can check out the book online. They can check it out at any of our 6 locations. The actual exhibit opens next Friday, the 22nd. It will be open during the library's regular operating hours, so you're welcome. It's at Central Library. So you are welcome to come there anytime. It is free, of course, as all of our programs are. And check out the book and come visit us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ann, thank you so much for dropping by. I'm so excited about this exhibit, and we're always happy to have you. Come back, okay?
Okay.
You're welcome back. All